Good morning, I'm Jasmine Anderson. It's day one of a government shutdown and the impacts are going to be felt here on the island. President Trump and Congress failed to strike an agreement to keep government programs and services running.
So we have no choice. I have to do that for the country.
Nearly 750,000 federal workers could be furloughed and many offices will be shuttered. Many of the 31,000 civilian federal workers who live on Long Island could be forced to take leave or have to work without pay. Coming up in 2 minutes, we're breaking down what this means for you with Newsday columnist Joy Brown and our federal government reporter Billy House. A Southampton marijuana dispensary can stay open. A court weighed in on whether Charlie Fox was complying with state school distance requirements. It now says the distance between a dispensary and a school should be measured from door to door, not the school's property line. The Eastport General Store will soon shut its doors for good. It opened in 2020 and sells locally sourced items, including home decor, clothing, and games. The store will be closed October 26th. You have a chance to score a Hamptons townhouse at a bargain price. A housing lottery is open through October 20th for the chance to buy 4 3-bedroom units in a new watermill development. The price just under $536,000. We have more information on Newsday.com. A casino may be coming to Citi Field. The Hard Rock at Metropolitan Park plan won unanimous approval from a local committee yesterday. It's the final proposal under consideration for a downstate casino license. Other bids up for consideration include Bally's Bronx Yonkers Raceway and Aqueduct Racetrack. Long Island's Christmas Queen had fans in a frenzy. Huntington's Mariah Carey was at Looney Tunes in West Babylon last night, signing copies of her new album, Here for It All. All 650 tickets to the event sold out in 5 minutes. Your Wednesday weather now. It's finally starting to feel like fall out there with a breezy start to October, but it won't last long. It's sunny and windy today. Temps are in the mid to upper 60s, but will drop down to the low 50s tonight. Tomorrow will be a lot like today, just a little bit cooler. It starts to warm up Friday, and by the weekend, we're back into the 70s. That warm weather continues into next work week.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
Long Islanders are feeling the impacts of the federal government shutdown today. Thousands of federal workers are furloughed and some key programs and services are affected. So what does that mean for you? Joining me now to break it all down is Newsday columnist Joy Brown and our federal government reporter Billy House. Joy, let's start with you. For Long Island families watching right now, what will they feel first?
What you're going to feel first are delays. If it's non-essential, it's not going to be done. What you're going to feel first is, hey, I may want to go to Sagamore Hill. Sagamore Hill, non-essential, it's probably going to end up closing down. The airport, getting to flights at Long Island MacArthur, you're going to be able to get there. Waiting for that Social Security check, that's going to come. But if you want to change things, it might take a little bit longer. There'll be delays in paperwork.
Well, essential workers, they have to report to work. But how long do they realistically stay on the job?
They'll stay on the job for as long as they're supposed to stay on the job. One problem about this, of course, is that if you're not going to get paid, what's morale going to look like? What's absenteeism going to look like? One thing to keep in mind, though, is the pay that they lose in this shutdown, they will get back at some point.
I want to bring Billy into the conversation. What's driving this shutdown and when could this all end?
We don't know how long it's going to end. That's the big question. What's driving it is an attempt by House and Senate Democrats to get force some changes to healthcare policy. Namely, the big one is the COVID era tax breaks that make Affordable Care Act premiums less expensive for Long Islanders and others. Those expire at the end of the year, and Democrats want to see those renewed. Republicans say no, and you're not going to jam us on a must-pass government spending bill to put that stuff in.
Joy, we know how this will definitely impact our military. Does this pose a national military risk, or I should say security threat?
No, these are accepted services. These are essential services. We're going to see that. But military related, Long Island has the largest group of veterans on Long Island. And again, those military, ex-military people may see some delays in getting their services.
Billy, my last question to you. How much does each day of a shutdown cost Americans?
Well, it's hard to say because we haven't had a full shutdown. That means all 12 spending bills have not been passed yet. But the longest lasting one, between 2018 and end of 2018 and 2019, lasted 35 days, and that cost the country $3 billion in permanent economic damage.
Thank you. Well, we'll be following this closely, reporting on what's happening down in Washington and how this will affect us here on Long Island. Thank you so much to Billy House and Joy Brown for joining us. Read more about the government shutdown on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
January 25th, 1990, Newsday photographers get the call. A commercial plane has crashed on the North Shore.
I grabbed my extra gear that I needed. My wife drove, and I'm assembling stuff and loading cameras and things on the way. All the emergency vehicles were just piling in there at just incredible speeds.
Avianca Flight 52 was coming from Bogota, Colombia, and attempting to land at JFK, but rain forced flights into a holding pattern.
Following a missed attempt to land and complications from a language barrier between the flight crew and air traffic control, the plane ran out of fuel and crashed here on Tennis Court Road in Cove Neck.
The plane just came down silently. No engines, no whining sound, nothing, and it just whacked the side of the hill, and you could see it resting on the side of the hill. I was expecting fire. There was no fire. There was no smell of fuel. There was nothing like that. It was just like this thing had been dropped from the sky and just cracked.
Photographers captured the moments as rescue and recovery efforts unfolded.
It was very surreal. It was just, everything kind of goes in slow motion. You're trying to get images out as quickly as possible. And in those days too, you don't know what you're getting.
What really left a big impression on me was the amount of bodies. They had the spotlights, so the rain was backlit. So it was kind of an eerie scene as the police and the rescue people carried the body bags.
73 people were killed, but incredibly, more than half of the 158 on board survived, including several children.
It's nice to see somebody alive come out with a small baby and carry them across like that. It's a very heartening feeling. Sometimes you just want to stop and look at it and not take pictures. But you have to force yourself to do it because they're going to be gone. If you see it, it's gone.
The Avianca plane crash led to several changes in the aviation industry, including fuel management practices and communication standards.
There was an accident. You have to expose that there was an accident. When it's something like this where a lot of things went wrong, you have to stop those things from happening again. And that's what our job is.
Unforgettable photos of an unbelievable tragedy. Newsday was named a Pulitzer Prize finalist for its photography of the Avianca crash site. Reporting for Newsday TV, I'm Macy Egeland.
Macy, thank you. See more exclusive content like this on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Here at Buckbrook Alpacas in Roscoe, making friends is easy, and it tickles.
Up in the Catskills, this alpaca farm promises soft fur, baby alpacas, and big smiles.
We have 129 alpacas right now, 22 babies born this year. We have a bottle baby that is due for a bottle right now if you would like to give the baby a bottle.
Absolutely, yeah, can't say no to that.
You can pet, feed, and hang out with the herd.
How old is she?
She's about a month, I think.
A month old, aw. They get big fast though.
Yes, they grow like weeds.
You can even take them for a walk.
Hissy is 5 months old and Ayla is 4 months old.
Wow. They are so big for being that little.
Not ready to say goodbye? You don't have to.
Yes, you can actually stay the night right above the alpacas.
The loft-turned-Airbnb sleeps 6 with alpaca decor everywhere you look. And on your way out, don't miss the shop. filled with gifts as soft as the alpacas themselves.
All the products down in our store either come from artisans in Peru or they're made from our alpacas right here on this farm.
Just down the road, Roscoe Brewing Company pours craft beers in a space decked out with trout-themed decor, perfect for a bite, a brew, and games.
From the alpacas to the ales, this small town proves it's got plenty of flavor worth savoring for everybody.
For Newsday TV, I'm Carissa Kelman.
Carissa, thank you. Find more things to do upstate on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. The Yankees are looking to bounce back in the Bronx tonight after dropping Game 1 of the American League Wild Card Series to Boston. Yankees beat reporter Eric Boland has the highlights.
The Yankees finished the regular season having won 8 straight games, and since August 11th, they were a Major League Baseball best 32-12. And now they're one loss away from going home for what would be a long winter. The Yankees ran into a nemesis on a team that's been a nemesis to them all season long. Garrett Crochet, the ace of the Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox dominated the Yankees during the regular season, winning 9 out of the 13 meetings, and Garrett Crochet was a big reason for that. The Red Sox were 4-0 in the games that he pitched against them. This year in the regular season, he recorded 3 of those wins, and he got a big one at Yankee Stadium in the postseason. Allowed 1 run. It was an Anthony Volpe home run in the second inning. Then he proceeded to retire 17 straight. He was brilliant, striking out 11 over 7 2/3 innings. And the Yankees bullpen, which had been up and down all season long, was down in a big way tonight. The controversy, of course, one of the controversies, there's always going to be second guessing of a manager, particularly in a close playoff game loss like the one the Yankees had tonight, when Aaron Boone lifted Max Fried, who was at 102 pitches and really was cruising most of the evening, even though he faced some traffic in the later innings of his outing. Really did not allow a lot of hard contact. Aaron Boone decided with 1 out, nobody on, in the 7th inning to go to Luke Weaver. Weaver up and down also much of the second half of the season. He was very good in September, but the Red Sox were just happy to see anybody but Max Fried in the game. They scored 2 runs, took a 2-1 lead, added 1 in the 9th, and then the Yankees loaded the bases in the 9th against Aroldis Chapman, but were not able to push anything across as Chapman retired 3 straight. And the Yankees in this best of 3 series, now with their backs against the wall, Carlos Rodon will try to extend their season on Wednesday night. Reporting from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, this is Eric Boland for Newsday TV.
Hopefully we can see a turnaround here. Thank you. Game 2's first pitch is set for 6:08 tonight in the Bronx. Read more about the Yankees on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. See more on these stories on Newsday.com and watch us streaming anytime on Local Now, YouTube, and the other services you see here. I'm Jasmine Anderson. More local news coming up.